Here we go. I want to work in my art journal. I haven't used this in quite some time, so I want to draw a face. I just felt today, on this kind of rainy day, I'm going to insert a picture. It stopped raining, but it's going to be raining off and on for the next 3 days. It's Sunday, and I just want to come down here and enjoy. I did my yard work yesterday, made sure that was all done, added grass to some grass seed to the front and back, and I'm going to let nature do its thing and grow some grass. And the only thing I have to do today is some laundry for work tomorrow, and then that's it. I can play the rest of the day. So let's draw a picture. Let's see. These are so dry. I can barely get, I think I only got about 4 open. I'll have to soak these in really hot water before I continue. Okay, I got my paints in here because they were really hard to take the cap off. I did squeeze some of them on here, and I took these out, dried them off. These still have to soak for a bit more, but yeah, so let's get going on this painting. Let's see who she becomes. It's so much easier to mix paint, watercolor paint, to make a face. But again, with acrylics and gouache, yeah, it's a lot more difficult. So the black one, it was soaking, the paint, it was soaking in the water, and I finally got the lid open and I barely squeezed it and this big blob came out. So we're going to have to find some use for that big, huge black gouache. I can always mix the colors too, go on top of it. Doesn't have to, her dress doesn't have to be all orange, or her skin tone. Like, you can change the color as you go. Just having fun. I might even go over top of it with acrylic paint if I don't like this. I mean, this looks kind of funny, but I don't care. I'm just having fun. It's picking up some of this black, which is odd. Well, this is a happy accident, hey? I'm not painting a masterpiece. That's what I gotta keep telling myself every time I paint a face or a funny looking dress. I keep asking myself, are you having fun? And if so, then I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. Let's add a little bit of white to her face because it looks like she's kind of disappearing here. And it may or may not work. Looks like it's looking kind of funny. Oh man. Let's give her some blue eyes. Then I want a little bit of brown hair. Should we do brown hair? Or let's see. Black hair. Let's add some yellow. Not really what I wanted. There, that's dark. That's good. Let's add a bit of yellow ochre or yoker. There's her hair color. It's kind of olive looking. I want to make her a hat. A nice big hat out of my painty papers. I think that would be kind of fun. Let's fix her head there. Let's give her some wisps there. What if I added some yellow? What would happen? She would have kind of green hair, and that's okay. Let's try some pastels on her face. I've got two different kinds, the Faber-Castell or Faber-Castell, and then the Mungo Oil Pastels Extra Soft. This is the better set, the more expensive set, and I tend to hoard my art supplies, and look, it's like I barely used them. So let's use them. Let's have some fun. Salmon pink. That's perfect. Perfect for her face. I'm absolutely butchering her face, but I'm okay with it. We need some acrylic markers. So this is why you should paint faces more often. This is what happens when you don't paint often. Like, I'm just butchering this, but I'm still having fun. Look at this big marker. Oh my gosh. I just can't seem to wait for anything to dry. That's okay. She is an absolute mess. Oh my gosh, this is too fun. Okay. Let's get these eyes working here. Come on. Got an iris there. Little nose. You can't tell, but I'm actually laughing at what I'm doing. Just, oh my gosh. Let's get her some more green hair. Let's just, you know what? We're in it now. Who knows? It might be at the ugly stage right now, right? And it's going to turn into a masterpiece. Not likely. I actually really like her dress. I think that turned out kind of cool. I don't know, she's starting to grow on me now. So I was looking through Pinterest this morning and just looking what other artists do. And some of the nicest ones I came across were the ones that were just completely wonky, unexpected shapes and colors. And I thought I would come downstairs here and maybe try to let the perfection go and just see where it lands. Although this one is not as detailed as the other ones I've done, I'm starting to like her. Like, I really am starting to like her. I've said this before, personalities, their characters seem to jump out after you've been bringing her to life. That seems to be what's happening here. So this first layer was gouache, and then I'm just going over it with pastel. Again, I don't have anything really planned, but I do like what's happening here. I really do. Let's see if I can go around her arms a bit. I'm definitely learning a lot with this painting session. let's try this white pen. It's kind of dry. That tip's a little dry. Let's try the other side. That's pretty good. Just going to go in the corner here of the eye. Maybe we can brighten her up a bit. Let's work on her hat. We could make a big bow here, like a flower. Or I want to use some, maybe even cardstock. That's funny. And then I could put a stripe around there. Let's maybe do that. Well, that's a first. Too funny. And to bring it all together, I'm going to try and use, yeah, I like that. These oil pastels are really coming in handy here. Make it more prominent. Nothing wrong with using a piece of tape for her hat. And how about a strip of pink? I like that. Awesome. What's her name? She needs a name. If you've been watching my videos, you know that when I'm drawing ladies, they have names. I think her name's Wanda. Miss Wanda. Just a couple eyelashes. Wanda is her name. Let's do that in gouache with a brush. I found this in my ephemera. Never estimate the power of tea and a good book. I thought it would look really nice here on her broken arm. Just add some texture to it, right? I love her. She's great. I love her green hair. So if you stuck around this long, thank you. You never know how a painting's going to come about. If I'm sure people logged off when they stopped watching at the beginning because it was getting to be a little crazy. But I endured and I went to the end, and I think she turned out great. What do you think, Miss Wanda? Let's put a little bit of blue. A little bit of blue here at the top, just to kind of break it up a bit. I'm going to use a little bit of the gouache because I already have it out, and I do want to use up what I have here. See what happens when we just go around the perimeter. Maybe just at the top. I don't know. A little bit on the side. You don't know until you try. I like really dry brush strokes. Those are always nice. Very faint. And I say, why not? Why not? Okay, there. Before I go, I just want to insert a photo here of a painting I did about 5 or 6 years ago. It is a watercolor. It's a small painting. It is a painting of Government House in my city of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. And we went there for Canada Day a few years ago. And I snapped a nice photo, and I enjoyed painting the building and some really wonky vegetation that was in front of that building as well. Anyway, it was a really nice memory. I hope you enjoy it. I like painting on many different levels: oil, acrylic, watercolor, funny looking gouache with oil pastel. At the end of the day, it's always fun. It's just fun. And you should have some fun too. Don't let other people tell you that your painting isn't up to par, or, you know, what are we painting because we want our stuff in the National Gallery? Well, that'd be kind of cool to do that, but that's not why I'm painting every day. That's not why I play every day in my journals and with my fabric, my paints and my markers, and I just want to be a kid again. And I think that's why a lot of adults are going back to what they did as a kid. They're just getting out there. Even you can even paint, you can even draw a beautiful picture with Crayola, pencil crayons or crayons. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I struggled with it at the beginning, but I know it's always like that when I start a painting. But at the end, I really like her. This is Wanda. I like her. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.